Hello everyone, welcome to another X-Wing Should I Fly It video. So today I'm going to cover a list that was sent to me on the FFG Forums asking if I'd do a Should I Fly It on it. So we'll jump right into Dash and Miranda. So StriderZessei, if that's pronounced right, I don't know, I can't read internet handles at the best of times. But this guy sent me his favourite list to fly, and I'm just going to cover it now. So we have Miranda Doni, I should say, and Dash Rendar. Miranda with TLT, Extra Munitions, Sabine, Ion Bomb, Coronet, and Advanced Slam. So a relatively common Miranda there. She offers a lot of control, good damage potential, really annoying in the end game with that TLT regen, hopefully keeping her healthy if you can't do a massive amount of alpha damage. Advanced Slam and Coronet make for a good amount of positions that bomb can be dropped in. And then the wingman for her being Dash Rendar with an interesting build here, obviously Lone Wolf, HLC with Outrider and Ray. So this is more of a budget style dash. You don't get the engine upgrade, but still control that range a little bit with the barrel roll. And obviously Lone Wolf is going to lead you to want to fly them separately, zigzag out of each other's ranges. When they're focusing on Miranda, you can have Dash in for support and just try and control the approaches to Dash's bubble with Miranda's Coronet and Ion Bombs, and that should allow you to make sure that Dash is always pumping out that HLC shot, even without push the limits on him. He should have a focus and quasi-target lock, hopefully, with Lone Wolf, but my worry would be that Lone Wolf can be shut down relatively easily if your opponent's controlling their approach vectors properly, because Miranda's going to need to take up similar positions, and both ships having that potential just to be alpha down. It isn't a lot of hit points, so if you come up against a big alpha strike list, it could be pretty tricky, especially if they do get a bead on Miranda first. So that'll be my keys for playing against this list. Just try and alpha Miranda off the table, then you're stuck fighting against a dash, HLC dash. If you can even normally deal with it or you can't. There are the player aspects of getting used to where he can and can't go. And obviously trying to not hem yourself into a corner. Having all of the table open to you is the way you want to normally fly with dash. If you end up heading towards a corner, it gets a lot easier for your opponents to pin you down, and without having to push the limits and engine, this dash is more susceptible, so not quite as easy to just get out of dodge with. He can still pump out a good amount of damage. He is still dash with HLC, and obviously Miranda with the 2 TLT shots, or potentially that range 1 death shot at 4 dice primary after you drop a shield. So there's good damage potential, but I worry that it doesn't really have the staying power to be considered with top tier. I do prefer spending those 52 points somewhere else, or 53 points. We do have a 1 point bid. There's been a lot of people running the Paul Heaver style list or the Nantorf style list, where you've got like Paul was running Biggs and TLTY, and Nand was running Jess and Biggs. So that kind of support works better because they're harder to deal with because of the interactions of obviously Biggs and Jess and the rerolls and stuff like that. So I think it's a similar concept, but 3 ship lists are tending to bring more guns to a table now, and especially when you consider, while it's not massively popular, this list could really suffer against a Kylo Ren crew, something like that. But it does look to be a relatively decent list. You could do well at smaller events with it, and if you put the time in, like I assume StriderZessei has, he could easily be doing well at events with this list. It has all of the tools, just not necessarily in the places I would put them. And yeah, I think that about summarizes it. Changes you might want to make, potentially if you don't need the control of a Coronet, you could swap that out, free up points for extra bombs. Pardon me, sorry guys. You don't want to make Miranda too big of a target, or bigger than she already is, which is quite big at the moment. And yeah, I do I don't think you need Sabine in this list. While she's got that extra damage, which is always going to be nice and helpful, I don't think she's 100% required. And freeing up that 2 points could lead you to have some, well, gives you a lot more scope to play around with. So, yeah, that's about my thoughts on it. I hope that's satisfactory for you, Strider. I think it's a good solid list. There's loads of things you can do with it. It counters manoeuvrable aces relatively well with the bomb control. It deals with most minimal alpha strikes. And I think 3 scouts would give it a hard time just because that amount of alpha should kill Miranda in 1 round. But I don't know. I think there's scope to outplay them. The PS game's pretty open at the moment, so that's not too much of a concern. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do watch the video, make sure you leave a comment, tell me how you fly it, because you didn't put any of that stuff in the Facebook, not Facebook, the FFG forum post. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.